Coffee in my cup, sun just peeking through. TV glowing in the kitchen like it always do.
Cheryl's laughing first, Jeremy's got that grin. Ryan's talking ports and plans, Ricky's reeling us in.
Go live together, start the day, sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, rise and shine, talking trips that feel like mine. From cruise dreams to travel weather, I feel the world when we go live together. They're swapping little secrets on packing light, packing smart. Which deck has the quiet spots where the late night stories start?
Scott's breaking all the tech news with that Scotty J screen star shine. I'm taking notes on napkins while my eggs get cold on the side.
Go live together, start the day, sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, rise and shine, talking trips that feel like mine. From cruise dreams to travel weather, I feel the world when we go live together. One day I'll book that cabin bag by the door, heart on my sleeve. Oh, yeah. Till then I'll keep on cruising through that YouTube show Make Believe.
Go live together, start the day,
Sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, don't let go. You're my map and my talk show road. From cruise news to travel chatter, you bring us all on board. We go live together.
Man, it did not glitch today.
Right? I was wondering if that was my side that did it or
It's
if it
universal.
was something else because it was always glitching a little bit here and there.
But then on the replay, smooth.
Fine, right?
No glitch. And I'm like, why? Why does Restream do this to me? But anyway, good morning. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Go Live Together. Cheryl will not be joining us today. She is on a sabbatical in the bed because she is not feeling well. But she wishes everybody good morning and thank you. She actually, we have a appointment to go see her pain management specialist for the first time up here next Wednesday. So let's hope that the pain can go away and that they will do something good for her.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that pain is something else. It has her in the bed and she cannot move at all. It is a struggle just to get to the bathroom.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. So I'm hoping that what they give her is actually going to sustain her for a while because she's been with this pain for a long time, a couple of years. But anyway, it is Thursday morning. There is no African chitlins today. It's one of those midweek days to where you just, it's kind of like here, but you don't really want to be here. You want to be in tomorrow already. So let's get on. Let's get on with the show. How was your evening, Ryan?
It was good. We worked on the washing machine, and that's fixed, I think.
Nice.
Of course, it never goes back together the way it should, and there was a leak. And then I finally got that fixed with some zip ties. And now I'm contemplating whether or not I have a leak somewhere else because, like the spigots that are in the the wall for the hot and cold water
Mhm.
were like corroded, and then I finally got them turned off, and then when I turned it back on, there seems to be a little bit of residual water now trickling out of those. I don't know. I'll have to take a closer look. It's just such an old house. You fix one thing and then it's like, okay, that was a $30 part. Now I've got an $800 plumber's bill I'm going to have to foot to go fix the main things. So anyway, we got that. I think the studio is ready for tonight. We had my mom sew together the green screen. So instead of two separate ones with all the ripples and stuff, she sewed it down the center. So it's one big one. We've flattened it out yesterday to mess with it. The treadmill was still in there, so I have another green screen that I'm just tossing over it. It was like $8 on Amazon. So
right.
I just have to see if it'll work the way it is, or if I'm going to have to plug in more lights somewhere to shoot lights. But I think we might be ready for tonight's show, at least as far as the setup in the studio. I got to remember to get all my crap together that we're going to start talking about.
Cool beans.
But that should be good. But that's what yesterday was just prepping some of that stuff and doing a load of laundry since we have a washing machine again.
Yep. And the muster drill is on location today. Let's see if we can locate him. And I'm not sure, but this looks like a house in Key West. I'm just taking a stab at it real quick just to see if I'm right.
It does look like a Key West.
That is Hemingway's house.
Oh, nice.
Getting ready to say.
It is Hemingway's house in Key West. The muster drill is not hiding. He's just
Oh,
I was going to say, I did not see you. I was really eyeballing. Like, I don't see him anywhere.
There's somebody on the stairwell.
There's about a million places I could have hidden, but I probably would have hidden probably over my right shoulder. There's a shed back there with a door open.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I probably would have hidden in there.
No, I thought you were on the stairwell. The red shirt over your left shoulder. You see it? I thought that was you in the stairwell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that.
I was like, man, how did he? Okay, but then I said the transparency of me disappeared last night whenever I was playing with the visual effects, and I wanted to go on the microphone, and then I switched to just a plain background, and I'm like, I'm halfway here. I'm like, wow, yeah. I almost became transparent last night, but hey, good show last night. If you have not caught that episode of Anchors Away, be sure to catch the replay. We talked about food a lot, and we talked about the main topic. Man, it escapes me.
Shows.
Yes, production shows,
yeah.
And the little shows. The things that you can enjoy on cruise ships. Be sure to catch that. Ryan, what is your absolute favorite production show ever on any cruise ship that you have seen personally? I know this is a hard one.
It really is a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, God, there are two that are top. One was Virgin, and that was Persephone. That was a very, very cool, not only show, but acrobatics and stuff like that, like all inclusive. That was really cool. And believe it or not, there was a show like 20 something years ago on Carnival that I only ever saw one time and never saw it again. Can't remember the name of it, but I know it was themed like a Caribbean theme. And so it had all this Caribbean music in it, and like, the old school Caribbean outfits and the tribal things, tribal drumming. I mean, it was like a really cool, wow, that's nothing I've seen before on a ship. Right. It's not the standard 4-person singing playlist or American music over and over. I mean, it was like all just like cultural show, and it was just amazing. But I can't recall it. It was way before I recorded anything.
There was a show like that on the Mardi Gras. It's like cultures from all around the world or something like that. Color the World.
That wasn't it, though. We're talking like 25 years ago, 25
Oh, okay.
years ago.
Yeah. But I remember Color of the World on Mardi Gras too. They brought like a lot of the world cultures in. They bring in the flags. The crew members are carrying their own flags.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't recall exactly what it was. I just know I'm a big drummer, so I love like that tribal drumming kind of beat, and a lot of it was the tribal drumming with some like vocalizations, but not really a lot of words. And then the words that were there were all in whatever the cultural language was. So, I mean, it was a really, really cool production. And I only saw it once and never saw it again on a show.
That would be awesome. That would actually be awesome because I'm a drummer also. I know it's something about whenever drums fill an arena.
Right.
It's different from being on a field. Being in an arena with active drums is different. It just has a whole different. I feel it hitting in my chest area. Yep. That's where I like it. That's why I go to concerts. Like I really do prefer music over TV. I do. Music just hits me differently. It really does. And a show that I left out last night that I should not have is not a production show, but it's one that I believe that everybody should attend. Is the Veterans Appreciation and Military Appreciation Gathering as well.
Absolutely.
I get that every time I'm on a cruise, no matter what cruise line I'm on, because I do really enjoy whatever freedoms that I have left. I do. I enjoy them. So I appreciate my freedom.
Yep.
I really do.
Depending on what cruise line and what CD you have, they can be really damn emotional too.
Yeah.
Depending on how it's presented.
Yep. MSC did a good job, except they combined Veterans Day and Memorial Day together, and they shouldn't have. They had the table with the fallen soldier, there, and that did not fit. That did not fit.
Surprisingly, I can't say surprisingly, but it was the first time I saw it this way on Margaritaville when we were on the Islander.
Mm-hmm.
They went out into the crowd before the ceremony and found someone from each branch of service to be the flag bearer during the ceremony, which was really cool.
I would have.
Was anybody there from Space Force?
Surprisingly, the first time ever the cruise director said that they actually had someone from Space Force.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
Space Force would have been cool to serve in. I was Navy, but I'm like, what is Space Force like? Do you get to actually, go there or even be floating? Like, it would be cool to do boot camp floating because guess what? Push-ups don't hurt.
There you go. Zero G push-ups don't hurt. I can do those all day. Yes, drill sergeant. You want 10,000 of them? Sure, drill sergeant.
And running 5 miles would be so easy instead of in the hot Mississippi sun. But thank you, United States Navy. Thank you. I never regret any day that I was there. Never. I don't. Even the 5-mile runs with the Marines. In other news, good morning, everybody, and welcome into Go Live Together. We are your morning team. I am Jeremy. This is Scott. Right here is Ryan. And we are here to present a show. And I forgot what's next. Welcome in #Team Replay. If you are here for that purpose, first of all, thank you so much for coming in to enjoy the show today with us as we are enjoying it, bringing it to you. Leave us a #Team Replay in the comments section. But for those of you that have joined us on the live stream, good morning and welcome in. Coker Culture was first up in the chat with the #SLJ Raid. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, what a week it has been. It's been a good week. I had a good phone call. Y'all remember when I disappeared off the show? I was doing the pain management specialist thing. It has been a great week. Good news, but she is still in pain. So yeah. Cruise ship drone has made it in. Good morning, Pineapple Squad. And thank you for that donation of fresh fruit and nuts in the chat. Good morning.
What's up?
Yep. Cruising with Calandra has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me see. Oh, here we go. Coker Culture says, I'm probably late to the party on this one, but love the new song, including everyone and the video elements connecting the lyrics. This, I like music videos, and this is the ultimate show that I have had the honor of being in. So that video had to be good. I had to do away with all of that distracting stuff, all of the Canva elements, and just make it a simple vlog. But it had to be a music video that fit the lyrics. So thank you so much, Zach. It took me 2 days to do that. But it was worth it. And because it's going to evolve, I had to leave room for other elements to be included as well. So thank you. PK Adventure Travels and Ryan Parker. Ooh, the Parker twins. Good morning. Welcome in. It does run a little longer. It does. I had to finish out the show because you guys normally don't hear Beyond the Bridge. So, yep. Mike and Rihanna says, good morning, Go Live Together fam. On this rainy Thursday morning here where it is 47 degrees, nice, going to a high of 71 with damaging winds. Today we are at 69 degrees, going all the way up to 90 today with full sun in the sky. Not even partly cloudy.
Here, only 48 degrees, but feels like 46.
Oh, nice.
Let's see, what do we have here? 75 right now. It's going to be a high of 83.
My goodness.
Saturday is when this whole kind of crazy cold pattern is supposed to change here in the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be in the 80s on Saturday and then into the 90s next week and so forth. So I saw a report earlier in the month that said that we were going to be this way until about the middle of May. So it looks like that is going to change on Saturday.
Getting a warming trend. I like it. Controversial Cruising has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
Oh, look, Denny D's in the house. Good morning. Welcome in.
Good morning.
The Bud Files. Hello. Good morning.
Hi.
In early today. Y'all are up. Yep. Cruise ship drone is in. And Zach is reminding everybody reminding Cheryl to feel better. Please get you some rest and feel better. I hope you're not in the chat. Will G has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, look, Gerald. Good morning. More to see M&J is in the house. And yes, great show last
Good morning.
night. I do agree that the activities on the ship is a lot of what draws us out there too, because they're included with the cruise, and why not go to the shows? You know, you might like them, especially Celestial Strings. I think that overall that was a lot of people's favorite, and Choir of Man, I believe, was in close second. It really was. And Danny D says, we learned a lot about Cheryl last night, like she has a butt pillow. And yep, Jeremy's going to have one too. Whenever you sit for a long time, it tends to hurt back there. And more to see M&J ask a question. So is that Celestial show on one or all of Carnival ships? It is on the Excel class ships. So far, I've seen it on the Celebration and the Mardi Gras, and hope to see it in February again on the Jubilee. Yes, I love that show. They hanging from the ceiling and everything. You have to catch that show. Will G says mine was the $1 Million Quartet on the NCL Getaway. I think so. Did somebody bring that up last night too? There was a
They were bringing up yeah, Choir of Men.
Yeah, Choir of Men and Celestial Strings were the top two shows.
Yeah,
last night from the chat.
Yeah.
More to see says Mark dedicates every one of his band shows to our military. It's great to see the appreciation and very touching. Always a proud moment from me. Yep. And thank you for your service to all the veterans who are watching this and the replay. Thank you for my freedom. I tend to enjoy it. 72 degrees in Central Texas with a high of 92. Yeah, man, we got a little heat wave coming through. Good day to be inside. Yep. And let me see. We are all caught up in the chat. We got a short crowd today here. So let's get over to the cruise news. Ryan, you was going to say something. I know you were.
Oh, I was saying before you go to cruise news, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of my newest toy, but you'll have to watch tonight.
Ooh.
You ready?
Oh, I saw it. Yes, I did.
That's all you guys get. You have to watch tonight for the rest.
Yep. Okay, so if you are a Galveston cruiser, a Carnival Dream cruiser, or even like to go to Belize, pay attention because a stuck anchor leaves the Carnival Dream cruise ship stranded off Belize City. Carnival Dream was supposed to depart from Belize at 5 p.m. on May 13th, but as of 10:30 p.m. local time, the Dream class flagship is still stuck off the coast of Belize City due to an unusual issue. According to current guests, the ship has gotten its anchor stuck and has not been able to free it yet. It appears to be trapped in the Belize Barrier Reef, which is a series of coral reefs that straddle the coast of the Central American country. For context, Belize City is a tender port because the water is too shallow for cruise ships to dock at a standard pier, meaning vessels must use their anchors to stay put while calling at the destination. We're currently on the Carnival Dream stuck in Belize, and since it is a tender port and the anchor is stuck and won't come up, someone said we may be here till tomorrow since divers may have to go down and see what we're stuck on, one current passenger posted on Facebook. The Dream is currently stuck on a reef just outside of Belize. Hopefully, this doesn't ruin our vacation, another cruiser shared. Cruise Hive reached out to Carnival Cruise Line for a statement about the situation, but did not receive a response in time for the publication. According to current passengers, the crew members are working on board the Carnival Dream, trying to figure out a solution to free the cruise ship as quickly and as safely as possible. However, it appears the crew haven't had much luck. As one guest theorized, the ship might need to wait for specifically trained divers to manually inspect and free the anchor.
So it's the anchor that's caught up on the reef. Is that
Yeah.
what it is? Okay.
Yeah, the anchor's stuck and they can't go nowhere.
That sucks.
Yep. And is likely going to be delayed. I mean, hey, you can't help it.
No.
Anchor got stuck. My goodness. Yeah, it's not going to leave it enough time to make it back on time. So if you're on the next Dream sailing, guess what? It's probably going to be delayed. The Carnival Liberty passenger dies after jumping overboard from a balcony.
What?
Yep. They should have wrote John Heald. I think John Heald could have helped him out before they jumped. Really. I'm serious. He could have helped. Yeah. Guests and crew members on board Carnival Liberty are reeling after a fun day in Celebration Key morphed into a tragedy soon after leaving the private destination. Sadly, a male passenger has died after climbing over his stateroom balcony and jumping into the water on the night of Wednesday, May 13th. It is unclear why the guest chose to make this decision, and it sadly cost him his life. Carnival crew members are providing support for several family members who were traveling with the deceased man. At the time of the incident, the vessel was making its way from Celebration Key to Nassau, which is about 110 nautical miles away from the exclusive destination. Crew members and medical personnel on board did everything they possibly could to save the passenger, but sadly, their efforts were unsuccessful. The Carnival Liberty crew responded quickly with a search effort and successfully retrieved him from the water, but he did not survive. We are providing support to the guest family who were traveling with him, and our thoughts and prayers are with them and their loved ones, the cruise line continued. Per some reports, the man was immediately thrown a life ring to help him stay afloat, but he soon sank below the water's surface. The extent of the man's injuries, how far he fell, and whether he was even conscious at that point remains unknown. Other guests on board who did not know the man aided in efforts in their own way by praying for his swift and safe rescue and celebrating when he was initially found. But they were providing updates. There's, So he didn't make it. That's another sad story.
And it just goes to show you that water, even though you can sink in water from that height and that speed, it's like hitting the concrete in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the high. That's why the high divers and all of that go through all this training, because the way their body has to cut through the water to not injure themselves. And
Ooh.
that's so sad, though. Jeez.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I think Will G says, well, oh, okay. It's probably going to have to skip Cozumel for the next one.
No drinking at Paradise Beach.
Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so you covered Peachy, and then it's heading to Cozumel now. Oh, okay. It's heading to the ship is okay. Has that ever happened before? Not from what I could hear. I have not heard of anything like this happening before.
Yeah.
The anchor getting stuck. Cruise tubers are in. Good morning. Mike and Rihanna says the long weekend is almost here. Memorial Day weekend, Victoria Day weekend. Almost time to party to kick off the camping season and summer season. Yes, very good.
You're so demanding.
Yeah, and thank you for watching the ads. Thank you. But some of our ads I have to skip, like the 30-minute ones. I'll be watching the playlist, and I'm like, why am I learning about something right now? I should be watching Jeremy and Cheryl, but it's not. It's no good, and it's probably going to have to skip because okay. So it still had another stop to go. French authorities finally released illness-plagued cruise ship. After a tense day of waiting in Bordeaux, France, Ambassador Cruise Line's Ambition has finally been cleared by health authorities, and the passengers on board can finally go ashore. Earlier on May 13th, that ship was held in port by local health authorities for testing in response to gastrointestinal illnesses on board, which have been confirmed as norovirus. The number of cases have not been publicly disclosed. By the night of May 13th, the ship was formally cleared and passengers were given permission to disembark. Ambassador Cruise Line can confirm that the ship has been cleared following laboratory analysis undertaken in Bordeaux. French health authorities have completed their review of the health situation on board Ambition and confirmed that the gastrointestinal illness affecting a number of guests and crew is viral norovirus, the cruise line shared in an update on social media. Ambition has now been released by the relevant French health authorities to continue normal operations. Guests are now able to disembark, and all scheduled shore excursions will be operating as planned tomorrow. Understandably, all shore excursions were canceled for May 13th, but this is an overnight visit. Guests will get another chance to partake in tours and or explore on their own on Thursday. The ship won't depart until 6 p.m. local time. Given the fact that this is an overnight visit and the hold was released in less than a day, there will be no itinerary changes to the remainder of the 14-night itinerary. The vessel is still scheduled to visit all of the rest of the stops that I cannot pronounce. Yep.
You could just read it and just keep saying banana.
I just closed the tab. They're
banana.
going to continue to go to banana, and then the other banana too. But Celebrity Cruises passenger takes chair hogging to a new extreme. Hang on, let me show you this photo before. Hold on, share screen, because this is funny. Look at my man here.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Dude's got a head. Fake head.
Yeah. One guest cruising on board Celebrity Beyond is going viral for taking his poolside chair hogging to the next level, albeit in a rather creative way. A picture circulating on social media shows that the guests put a mannequin or doll onto a prime lounger, disguised it with sunglasses and an FBI baseball hat, and covered it with a pool towel. The unidentified passengers was likely hoping that their scheme would fly under the radar, but likely got away with it for at least some of the passers-by on board the ship. Even some people looking at the picture online didn't realize what they were seeing at first. However, any guest or crew member who was paying attention would immediately notice that something was amiss. It's not clear which voyage the guest was on board for, or if they are a current passenger, but the ship is currently operating a seven-night itinerary to the Bahamas and the Caribbean from Port Miami in Florida. There are two components to this creative scheme, being bringing the required materials on board the Edge-class ship and the actual chair hogging. Technically, the guest did not violate the cruise line's policies by bringing the doll or mannequin on board. There is nothing on Celebrity Cruises' prohibited items list forbidding items like these. That said, many were shocked that the guests had room in their luggage to bring their friend on board and wondered how surprised the security team may have been during the screening process on embarkation day. Yeah. And of course, the hat and sunglasses used to disguise the object are just standard cruise fashion, and the beach towel would have been complimentary on board. The bigger offense would be the chair hogging, which is considered one of the biggest violations in cruise ship etiquette. Celebrity Cruise officially prohibits reserving pool deck chairs, and the policy states that the crew members can remove items from loungers that are left unattended for more than 30 minutes. This is more strict than Carnival's Chairing is Caring crackdown, which Cruise Hive reported allows chairs to go unattended for 40 minutes before crew members will remove any items. However, the verdict is still out on if Celebrity actually enforces its policy, which some still find it difficult to find seating, particularly on sea days. If guests notice that chair hogging is going overlooked, they can politely ask the crew for help. But if
when I was on Prima, there was a lot of people. I mean, there's always a lot of chair hogs, no matter what ship sailing, right? But there were a lot of people who were actually going up to crew and asking crew if they would remove whatever was on that so that they could have those seats. We saw that a lot on that sailing. So,
yep. And let's see. Oh, snap. Whoop, whoop. Scotty J Travels is up. Good morning and welcome in.
Scotty J.
We got an extra cup of Joe and a banana in the chat.
that article you just read reminded me. I read an article a couple of days ago. Some young couple who have a semi-autonomous robot.
Oh my gosh.
Decided that they were going to purchase a ticket for that robot on their Southwest flight and take it. And then they did some vlogging or whatever of the robot as the robot was walking through the airport and down the jetway and onto the plane. And within one day of them posting that on social media, Southwest updated, that was the article included, that within one day of them posting it on social media, Southwest updated their terms and conditions to bar or ban robots in the cabin.
Nice.
So you cannot purchase a ticket for your robot and bring it on board.
No, and baby's funny. She keeps asking him, who shall not be named, if he has a life-size counterpart. And he would be like, and he said, the sassy one said, well, that would just be a glorified version of me. You already have me. Why do I need to go all around and stuff? They had a good conversation about that. Really did. Lucy Warren's World is in. Good morning. Welcome in.
What's up?
Yep. 30-minute ads. Yes. And then you got the promoted ads from other channels that they're really good ads, they're good promoted videos, and it looks like they should belong on National Geographic, but still, there's that. And then there's the ads of people trying to get you to buy things, or they're not called ads at that point. I believe it is called, what are those TV shows called late at night, like the late night spots that
The infomercial.
infomercial. That's what it is. Yes. YouTube will allow people to sponsor videos that are just ungodly long. And then you got new artists coming up, that want to put their whole album release on an ad and then promote it. Those are the ones that I'm talking about.
I've seen some of those where I sometimes will watch it if it's just sitting up on the side. Some of them are like 45 minutes long about some dietary awesome new discovery.
Yes.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Because once again, I don't watch TV. I listen to TV while I play my game. So it's like I'm listening to our playlist play, and it's our videos. I'm watching from another channel so that I can get some watch hours. That's how it's done. And then the playlist is playing, and I'm like, why am I learning about something? I want to hear us. The ads are cool as long as they're 30 seconds or less. But I do skip the ones that go and carry on when I'm not looking.
Yeah.
Yep, I do. I have to skip it. And I don't know if Google is working on it, but in the event that you are listening, YouTube, if we could get, I'm not going to say the SIRI word because half of the world owns iPhones, but if we could say HEYSIRI, skip ad, that would be really appreciated. I'm speaking on behalf of the iPhone community whenever I say this.
That would be cool.
Life with EQ has made it in. Good morning.
I'm still on the verge of buying the YouTube
premium.
Yeah. Like I would have thought, since I have YouTube TV, I'm like, shouldn't you just like squirrel that in with YouTube TV? But they're two separate entities.
YouTube TV is like $70 a month. They should. They really should include that.
Right.
You just run it. If you just install an ad blocker extension on your browser, it'll block the ads. Yeah, I have two of them running on my browsers and two different ones because one's like sometimes an ad will slip through one of them.
Right.
So if you got two of them running, it catches them all, and I don't get any ads ever. Wow. And I don't get like blank space either where the ad was. Like the ad just doesn't play. Like the video just goes. Right.
So every time you watch my content, I'm not getting any ad revenue. I get
listen. Don't feel singled out. Nobody. I'm not watching anybody's ads. I'm not watching anybody's ads.
Yeah, and when I watch YouTube, it's Godsmack and Tool and the bands that I listen to. It's not unless I'm running somebody's playlist in another room with the volume low.
I mean, listen, it's an extension. You can click up there and just disable it or turn it off. I think one of my blockers actually has a slider for it actually shows up on the side of the URL bar, and you can actually turn it off individually for different sites and stuff. Sometimes I'll have to turn it off for certain sites because it boogers with the code, but otherwise, I just don't watch anybody's ads because listen, I realize you have a vested interest in it, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to watch ads.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to watch ads.
I'm thinking premium, so at least people who are monetized will still get a little residual, but I don't have to watch the ad.
Right. And I do need the name of, I have AdBlock, the free one that, for Google, but I do need the name and or the link to the other one that you have, because I would love to be able to install that.
Yeah, I'll send them to you.
Thank you. The Fam Adventures has made it in. Good morning. Welcome in. Okay, so we are caught up in the chat again. And Royal Caribbean lays down the law on Symphony of the Seas cabin door decorations.
Oh, here comes another one.
Here we go. But they don't have John Hill. So I'm telling you, they're going to slip underneath the radar. Royal Caribbean people, pay attention. Likely due to bad behavior, Royal Caribbean has been forced to remind current guest on board Symphony of the Seas about its policies for cabin door decor. A letter about the ins and outs of the door decor, which was obtained by Cruise Hive, was issued during the Oasis class ship's current 7-night Western Caribbean sailing. Oh, here we go, G-Town. One key element of the letter suggests that decor thievery might be a problem on board the vessel, as Royal Caribbean is making it clear that the cruise line will not be held liable for missing decor. Please note, we expect guests to be mindful of your door display, but any decoration displayed outside of your stateroom is done at your own risk, Royal Caribbean wrote. Royal Caribbean International is not responsible for any items on display that go missing outside of your room, the letter continued. However, this does not mean Royal Caribbean won't assist guests if their items do disappear. It simply means that the cruise line will not be liable or on the hook to pay for stolen decor. Guests are encouraged to bring any concerns to their cabin steward. Passengers may also want to check surrounding doors before panicking over missing decor, as Cruise Hive has learned of kids and other guests moving the magnets as a prank. As the letter began making waves on social media, recent passengers of Symphony of the Seas were quick to note instances of thievery during their voyages, mostly from unsupervised children. Considering many guests dedicate a lot of time and money to choosing decor and or making custom magnets, it can be disappointing to see their stuff go missing. We got off on Saturday and there were so many people saying that kids were stealing their magnets. Sad that people can't respect others, one recent guest said on Facebook. We were on deck 6 and kids were moving decorations around. Our happy birthday banner got moved, another recent passenger recalled. Of course, not every guest had the same experience. Other guests had cruised with Royal Caribbean many times and their displays were never touched. Others took matters into their own hands by writing messages to potential magnet thieves to deter their bad behavior. For example, one woman wrote, "Remember, there are cameras in the hallways," on the back of one of her decorative magnets. The other scenario in which door decor might go missing is if crew members notice that the decorations are inappropriate, offensive, or potentially dangerous. In some cases, guests have reported receiving a warning from the cruise line and or returning to their staterooms to find the removed decor waiting on their beds, though it also could be confiscated and discarded. Yeah, so that's what's going on Royal Caribbean, is some magnets is going around.
Right after the restart, I was on Pride or Legend. It was from Baltimore, and there was a lot of door decoration thievery on that particular sailing, and everybody was talking about it. I heard people talking about it just like in general. People were on the Facebook groups talking about it. Lots and lots of thievery. And that's when somebody had said that security told them that at least on that ship, there are no cameras in the corridors, only in the common spaces, but not in the corridors.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, here it is, Ryan.
Uh-oh.
KML D280, warm afternoon for Go Live Together with coffee and tea. Copyright notice.
I have gotten 2 to 4 a day for almost a week and a half straight. So whatever that song was that was royalty free, they turned that monetization on, and I'm getting dinged like every single episode. I don't know why it takes so long. It's like if you ran the algorithm, it's the same length in every single one of them.
It is.
Why don't I just get them all at once? That way I can deal with it. But like every day I've been checking. Luckily, yesterday and today I have not had another one pull up. So I don't know if it's finally gone through all of the ones that I have or if it's still working it.
Well, listen, I used to get emails from YouTube every day that said the following channels are possibly infringing, are possibly causing copyright infringement for you. And it was always Cruising is Fun Anytime and Eddie Lugo Studios, right? So I had to respond to that, right? I had to respond yes or no. So it could just be that that whoever that person is in your case is just taking their time working through their inbox, responding to the notices, and then that's why they're coming in at a staggered pace. So
It could be.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
definitely that intro music, the one that everyone liked, the "Hey, sipping coffee" with the acoustic guitar. It's that song that is now flagging for copyright that didn't before.
Yep.
You got that from Filmora, right? Part of their copyright-free music or something like that? Or?
No, that was, I used to edit videos on my iPad, and on that iPad, I had a editing program called KineMaster. KineMaster is a great editing program. I love it, and that was one of the songs that I used from there. And I used that same song for 600 plus episodes. It is
right.
So on
like you're going to be for months
channels.
and months and months. You're going to be dealing with that.
But I mean, it's
problem
okay.
with Filmora.
And I did use a Filmora song in there whenever we did the change, but it was an AI song that I got Filmora to write. So please pay attention. If you're a creator and use music for your videos, please write your own music. I cannot stress this enough. If you can't write music, there are two tools that I use. Number one is Filmora. That's what I edit my videos on, and you can create an AI song right there in the app, and you accumulate AI credits as you edit videos. So the more editing you do, the more credits you get. That's really cool. Or it might be a thing, whatever. I have a lot. I have like over 3,000 credits still, even after writing my own beats for the vlogs that I do. Another one is Suno. I'm really getting into Suno because I'm writing all of the instrumentals that I need for Hats on a Mission show, as well as some lyrical videos that attack issues, and they're nailing it. Like Suno is really nailing what I really want to convey in my music. So write your own music, please, because if not, years later, this show used to be called Go Live Together with Coffee and Tea years ago. And they're still searching those old videos for copyright infringement. And whenever a company changes its mind, okay, it used to be free, but now that I see that tens of thousands of people are using it, I might as well get paid to use it. That's what's happening, is the rights to that song is being transferred companies. And as a result, now you got to either delete the song, replace the song, or whatever. So just write your own music. It's that simple.
I mean, my argument used to be, I have a license to Filmora, and that software or that music is available to me under the license.
Right.
I think I only lost, like, if I had 10 appeals, I only lost one. Mm-hmm. Like every time, the other 9, when I would appeal saying that music is from Filmora and I have a license for Filmora, they'd be like, okay. And they would remove the copyright.
Right.
So that's what happens with most of my long form with Epidemic Sound.
Right.
The one problem I have, though, which I guess because of the shorts policy, it doesn't matter, but it just irks me that I see all these copyrights, but it says shorts policy short. Anytime I appeal a short that has an Epidemic Sound copyright on it, even though it says this doesn't affect your monetization or anything like that, I always lose that one. Always. Even when I send the exact same stuff, hey, I have a subscription to Epidemic Sound. Here's the main thing. Here's proof of my payment. Here's proof of the channels that are authorized. I always lose the shorts ones. But any long form ones, I win.
And speaking of vlogging and YouTubing, that Savage Vlogger has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep. Angie's in the house. Angie in the house. Whatever floats your boat's in.
Good morning.
Yes. And then let me see. I got an email from Carnival Corporation that says, as Broadway's brightest stars prepare to gather for theater's most celebrated evening, Cunard is set once again to bring its legacy of glamour, storytelling, and cultural enrichment to the 79th Annual Tony Awards as its official cruise partner. The announcement comes after Cunard took center stage as headline partner of the Oliver Awards in the UK, further cementing the brand's support for the arts both on board and ashore. This year, Cunard is partnering with Broadway actress and creative designer Krista Rodriguez to curate the Cunard Green Room, a thoughtfully designed backstage sanctuary to the stars inspired by life on board the brand's iconic fleet of ships, including the world's only ocean liner Queen Mary II. The space reflects Cunard's long-standing connection to the arts, reinforcing the brand's legacy as a place where culture, creativity, and iconic moments come together. Designed exclusively for the 79th Annual Tony Awards, the Cunard Green Room will serve as a refined backstage retreat where nominees, presenters, and performers can gather, recharge, and celebrate throughout the evening, invoking the ambience of of Cunard's fleet. Where artists, thinkers, and performers have gathered for more than 185 years, the Green Room will feature curated design elements that honor the brand's rich cultural legacy. Yep. So that'll be cool. I'm pretty sure they're going to show it all on the camera and stuff too. That's good advertisement for them. And that will do it for the cruise news. What is happening for the rest of the day? I know it's Thursday, but it's not too busy. What y'all getting into?
I'm sorry, what's going on today?
Yes.
Well, I'm flying solo at work today. My counterpart is on vacation today and possibly tomorrow. So far, so good. It's not insane like last week where I got 15 files in one afternoon. And then we have our show tonight. We got PCAT Chat. It should be a continuation of last week's with our gadgets and then moving into the softwares we use behind the scene. But if my daughter is feeling froggy, it might be a last minute change, and I might have her and her husband on the show talking about their first NCL voyage. But I don't know because they're still sleeping and she hasn't responded to me yet.
Yeah.
But they're coming over for dinner tonight, so I was going to see if I could steamroll them into coming on the show.
Cool beans.
Hey, Brian, do you work for an evil insurance company?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Yeah, I mean, my mother did too. She worked for, she was a claims adjuster for 30 years. So, yeah.
I'm at about 16 with the company I'm with through a couple of different roles.
Ooh, look. Savage.
Let's just put it this way. I'm the one you don't want to have on the other end of the phone.
Oh.
At least for years. Now I kind of still am, but sometimes I'll make an exception. But most of the time, if I'm talking to you, you're not liking what I'm talking to you about.
He drops bombs on them. Savage Vlogger says, I most likely might be live at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. So be sure to check that out. Absolutely. Scott, what are we doing for the remainder of the day?
Just bee stuff. I'm always doing bee stuff.
Oh, that lady. I sent you a TikTok of a lady.
Yeah. I've seen her channel. She's the one that does all the beekeeping without anything on, right? Like no protective gear, right?
And she was smoking the girls. I'm like, I felt sorry for them. I'm like,
kind of. Well, you got to smoke them because they communicate they communicate chemically, right? So they through pheromones and stuff. So the smoke covers that up, and it doesn't completely prevent their coordination, but when they're trying to coordinate against you, it doesn't completely stop it, but it does. It thwarts it, I should say. So. But yeah, so she does. I've seen her TikToks before. She doesn't ever have anything on. I always say, you know what? There are beekeepers like that, and I just say they're the fools, right? Because no matter how calm your bees are, at the end of the day, they are wild animals. Yeah, they're wild animals. They're unpredictable and they're defensive, right?
Right.
And you never know what it is that they're going to be defensive about. So, and now that the weather is getting ready to turn, I actually, I'm going to become like super, super busy because of that warmer weather, I'm going to have the opportunities that I really should have been able to have, over kind of like a more staggered time frame. But I haven't been able to because, it's been so cool here that, but now I'll be able to actually get in and do the things I need to do. So.
Yep. Scott's gonna be like this out in the sun with the bees, just chilling. Say, hey, y'all having a good day?
In that three layer suit, right?
Yeah, in the bee suit, just baking.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm in the house, like, hey, this air feels nice. I don't know, man. It's just the climate here is awesome. I love the climate here. I love the fact
It sounds like it's very different than Galveston.
Completely. Unless we're dealing with 90-degree weather like we are now. That's whenever Jeremy is like, okay, if we don't have to go anywhere, once it reaches 90, I don't like to go outside. After 90, it's pretty much why. Because, you can go places, but then come back. Don't stay out there. Because then
like here in Pennsylvania, I live in South Central Pennsylvania, only about maybe 30, 40 minutes from the Maryland border, right? And my bees are actually only about 4 miles from the Maryland border. In the northwestern part of the state, so like up towards like Erie and Bradford, Pennsylvania, which is near the New York border, it's significantly different. It's easily, in some cases, it's easily 10 to 15 degrees colder up there at any given time. And just the feel of everything and stuff is very different. I mean, it's maybe not as drastic as you from Galveston to Dallas, but it definitely is significant. And Pennsylvania is nowhere near as big as the People's Republic of Texas.
Texas is a big old place, man. It's 6 hours, and we're still not out of the state from Galveston to Dallas. Right. Let's not talk about Orange to El Paso. That's the long I-10 ride. It's 800 and something miles is what it is. You'll see it going into Texas. It's like El Paso is 800 and something miles away. I'm like, whoa, that's a long drive. Really long drive. Takes a couple of days to get across Texas.
Well, did you see that video, that TikTok I sent you with all the different parts of Texas and stuff like that? So funny, right?
Factual. Very factual. Also, I looked at the Houston one. I'm like, yep, that's the one. But yeah. Anyway, guys, it is Thursday, so we will see you tomorrow right here on the same channel at the same time. Be sure to take care of each other out there. Take care of yourselves. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever, ooh, that was perfectly placed. You see that? And never, ever forget, from all of us over here at Go Live Together, we love you. Good morning and have a great day on purpose. Bye, guys.
Have a good day, everybody.
Coffee in my cup, sun just peeking through. TV glowing in the kitchen like it always do.
Cheryl's laughing first, Jeremy's got that grin. Ryan's talking ports and plans, Ricky's reeling us in.
Go live together, start the day, sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, rise and shine, talking trips that feel like mine. From cruise dreams to travel weather, I feel the world when we go live together. They're swapping little secrets on packing light, packing smart. Which deck has the quiet spots where the late night stories start?
Scott's breaking all the tech news with that Scotty J screen star shine. I'm taking notes on napkins while my eggs get cold on the side.
Go live together, start the day, sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view.
Go live together, start the day.
Sailing off while we still stay. They paint that water white and blue from my small town living room view. Go live together, don't let go. You're my map and my talk show road. From cruise news to travel chatter, you bring us all on board. We go live.